Hi everyone, I'm Lorraine from Simply English Edinburgh. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to look at 10 crime related phrasal verbs. So when you're ready, let's get started. The first one on today's list is to crack down on, and to crack down on means to enforce strict policy. Now, after a number of antisocial incidents in the city centre, the police have decided to crack down on violence and theft, meaning the police are going to be very, very strict about these two particular crimes. Doesn't mean that they're taking their focus off of other areas or aspects of crime, but these are the two that they will crack down on. They will be very strict about making sure that these crimes are eliminated or reduced as quickly as possible. Crackdown on is not just for crime. Perhaps a new boss, for example, will come into a company and decide that they want to be very strict on certain things, like a new manager might crack down on uniform or lateness, decide they want to be very strict about what their employees are wearing or how timely their employees are being. To do away with someone is a very informal, casual, in fact, way to say murder or kill. He wanted more money for himself, so he decided to do away with his business partner. He killed him. He murdered him for money. This is one that, as I said, it's kind of informal, it's casual. You wouldn't really see this in a news report on crime. However, it does come up in many films and TV series. To do away with, meaning to murder or to kill. Next up, we're going to look at get away with. Okay, so we've the same two prepositions, away with. Do away with was murder. Get away with, however, means to escape without any punishment. Okay, Timmy took money from the till. There's a lot of alliteration there, but yeah, let's go with it. Timmy took money from the till, but he got away with it because there was no CCTV. He was not punished. There were no witnesses. He was not on CCTV. He got away with theft. He was not punished for that crime. Next up, we have to hand yourself in, or any other reflexive pronoun would go there. For example, she handed herself in. They handed themselves in. And this one basically means that you have committed a crime and you decide to go voluntarily to the police station and say, okay, look, here I am, arrest me. You hand yourself in. I read quite a funny news article during lockdown about a man who just couldn't live any longer with his family. He had committed a crime. He was on the run. He had escaped and he decided to hand himself in. He went to the police and said, okay, I'm here, I don't want to be with my family anymore. It was quite dramatic, but yeah, to hand yourself in means to voluntarily go to the police station and volunteer yourself to be arrested. I'm not sure if I'd do that, but who knows? Hopefully I'll never be in that situation. Next up, we've got let someone off with something. This one basically means that a person is caught for committing a crime, for doing something wrong, but you decide not to punish them, that it's okay. It's their first time, their first offence, you let them off with the crime. Okay, so for instance, she was caught speeding on the motorway, but as it was her first offence, the police let her off with it. She was not prosecuted for speeding, she was perhaps given a warning, so she was let off with that crime. Own up to is the next phrasal verb today, and if you own up to doing something, it means you admit your guilt. You again say it was me. It's not like hand yourself in where you have to go to the police station, you know, you've been on the run, you have escaped, you hand yourself in. No, perhaps in the moment of doing something wrong, you're like, oh, that was me. Sorry, I did it. Or perhaps during a trial, a criminal might decide to own up to his or her crimes, finally admit, okay, you caught me, it was me, I did it. Okay, so for instance, after 12 hours of questioning, the criminal finally owned up to committing the crime. Okay, 12 hours with the police, being interrogated, and finally this person owns up to their crimes, admits their guilt. Next up, quite an easy one really, to run away or maybe drive away, whatever it could be, but any of those verbs of movement with away can mean escape. Okay, so she ran away from the scene of the crime, meaning she escaped on foot. Someone could of course drive away from the scene of the crime as well, escape by car. The next one is perhaps the most devious of all of the phrasal verbs. To set someone up means that you plant evidence to make it look as if this person has committed a crime and is guilty, but they're not. Maybe you did it, or someone else did it, but you want to put the blame on another person, so you set them up. This is again a phrasal verb that we see in a lot of crime documentaries, in a lot of films and things like that. So yeah, to set someone up to make it look like they did it, okay? Finally, the police discovered that she planted evidence to set up her boyfriend. So she committed a crime, she put the knife or the murder weapon in his drawer to make it look as if he committed the crime, but he was innocent, he didn't do it, she set him up. The next one is also a really relevant one, to tip off or to tip the police off. For instance, it's separable, means to give information, usually to the police, which will hopefully lead to the prosecution or at least the arrest of a criminal. So to tip off means to give information, like if you're a witness perhaps, or if you have some evidence that you think the police really should know. For instance, she saw some suspicious activity in her neighbourhood, so she decided to tip off the police. She decided to give the police a call and inform them on what she had seen. Okay, and the last one on today's list, to track someone or something down, means to find something or someone, and this one usually implies that there has been a lot of effort after going into the search. Perhaps the police have searched in many different areas before this person was found. For instance, the fugitive was on the run for 6 years before the police finally tracked him down. So the idea there is that 6 years had gone by looking, searching for this person, and finally the police were able to track him down, to find him after a very intensive search. So I hope this phrasal verb video has been useful for you. If you would like to see phrasal verbs related to any other theme or topic that you would like, exam related or not, just leave me a comment below and I'll see if I can do that for you. So as always, thank you for your help and support in watching these videos. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll be back again very soon. Thank you, bye.